So I'm actually just going to do a general message. I'm going to do 2 of these. I'm going to put them out separate videos. So I just feel called just to do a general message here. So let's just see what's going to transpire. I am going to put a title here in the message so you know about whatever this is actually kind of about. But of course I won't know that until I get into it now. So we'll just have to see. Okay, so these are the oracles of the 7 energies. What is the message for the viewer? Earth magic, number 1. So some of you are going through a new beginning at this time. There are some roots that you have planted, some manifestations that you have planted that are coming to the surface. And they're telling you right now to stay grounded. Also, to protect your energy is something else that's here. We do have Taurus and Capricorn, Virgo energies here for me with this earth energy. I also feel that there are some really good things here that are going to be transpiring moving forward in this new beginning. But you may have to go through a little, basically go through a little rain to reach the sunshine here. To see the rainbow on the other side of things. But this is definitely some stuff that's going to be unfolding for you that you've wanted, that you've tried to manifest. Possibly some things that you've been planting here for old seeds you've been planting for a long time. So let's see, let's get one more. I want to see what they're wanting to discuss here. What is Spirit wanting to discuss here in this reading for the viewer? Spirit wanting to discuss here in this reading. The storyteller. It's your story. You are the author of your own story here. Number 17. So 17 is actually the star in tarot, so Aquarius energy. But that's also telling me, you know, right here you see all these stars that are in the ground, and that's what I was insinuating there with this being something that you've wanted here. This could have to do with some healing, you know, that you've been through, and now you're starting over. You see you have a fresh new page here, an opportunity to start over, and you may be wondering how something is going to go, and they're wanting you to stay committed to whatever that manifestation was, and knowing that the rest is still unwritten, which is actually a song that's coming to mind now. Some of you may be worried about how things are going to transpire, where things are going to go from here, and they're kind of insinuating not to so much worry, but think about more so the things that you would want to happen. You know, when our manifestations and stuff come into play, sometimes they can come unexpectedly, especially if it's something that you've been waiting or wanting for a long time, or something that you never imagined would happen, but you always, you know, hope for the best, right? Whatever's for your highest good. And when that happens, and we're hit with it, it's kind of like a huge wave that comes over, and we don't know where we're going to end up in that wave. We just try to ride it. You know what I mean? This is that kind of energy that's there that Spirit's wanting you to be in. Because if you overthink, if you get too much in the fear of what this is going to be, then you may actually kind of cause yourself more anxiety and stuff than what you need. More chaos than what you need. And things may not be able to go smoothly if you're not completely, you know, open to things. Now, fear is important. It gives you self-awareness. It gives you that little nudge that you need to pay attention to things. But there has to be a balance with that. Otherwise, you're making full-fledged decisions based off of fear, and that's never a good thing. So let's see what they're wanting to discuss here about this at this time. Spirit of gratitude. So for those of you who are wondering, how do I get out of this place where I'm not like, okay, now I have this opportunity, okay, now I have this new clean slate, now I can start fresh, now this is what I wanted, what do I do from here? You know, how do you get out of this anxious energy that comes along with that? And they're saying to access that point to where you are grateful for where you are. Access that space where you are just thankful to be here. I'm just happy to be here. It's like just being in this energy is going to be really freeing. You know, just being happy that you have it. It's kind of like you're not at that place yet to where, okay, now you have it. Now what do you do with it? They're saying kind of get out of that a little bit and just enjoy that you have it in the first place. You know, it's kind of like when I moved into this house, I was so excited to be here, and the kids, you know, were wanting to play and do all this stuff, and we were all excited. But then I immediately kind of started to worry about, okay, now what goes where, what I need to do with this, who I need to do this with. And of course, there's a certain kind of structure that has to go into things, but it's not okay if it starts to overwhelm you and you miss out on this energy. Like, I don't want to miss out on the, you know, excitement and joy and happiness of you know, living that experience, because that experience isn't going to be forever. You know, the experience of me moving into this house, it's not going to stay there forever. And to experience that with my boys in that moment, you know, and if I get overly anxious about it, then I'm taking myself out of the manifestation I wanted in the first place, right? So there's just saying stay in gratitude, because that really helps you to stay focused on growing. I mean, that's where you grow from, is gratitude. Spirit of gratitude. This is what they want to talk to you about. Okay. I landed here on great big love. This, for some of you, could have to do with a relationship. I have to say that. Some of you, this could have to do with something that you've really wanted for a long time, something that you've wanted to experience, or something possibly that you've wanted to heal. I can see that here as well. It's like setting your heart free about something. Beyond seeing beyond. I don't know why I said beyond seeing, but that makes sense in this energy that you're in, because it's like seeing beyond something, but beyond seeing something, you know, being in a place to where you're just feeling it, you know, taking a second to take a deep breath and just feel how much better it feels compared to where you were, you know. Sorry guys, I had to pause for a second. Sometimes you can tell in the video, sometimes you can't. Okay, so we want to know about the spirit of gratitude. Spirit, what does the viewer need to know at this time moving forward? Whoa, okay, well, we're starting off with the Nine of Swords, so there's that anxiety here. Okay, so this is what they're wanting to talk about with spirit of gratitude. So how to get past the anxieties. And this is a crazy Nine of Swords. Look at that. Do you see all the things that are there? I mean, this cat's worried about everything. You got a tick over here. You have an explosion happening, lightning, a vicious dog, another cat, a snake. I mean, this cat is, you have a hawk up here, tornado, barbed wire. This cat is thinking about everything that could go wrong, that could hurt them in some kind of way. So maybe this is part of this situation here. You have a Five of Sky. You know, you may be in a position to where you're really anxious or worried about conflict, what you're creating for yourself from this, or running into it not working out, or something going wrong, you know. There's also this way that you're looking here in this is something to do with that. Worried about the way that you look, or the way that you're going to look. Having anxiety about how you're going to look if conflict comes up about this. Or having anxiety of how you look about something. You have a Three of Pentacles here. So if you commit to a situation, or if you work something out, this could be a conflict here that you're working through or working out with someone. But this is also like something that, even if this isn't a relationship, it's something that you want to commit to, you want to work on. But there's just a little bit of anxiety and conflict around that. Tell me more about this. Sometimes you don't have to have all the answers of everything up front. Sometimes you just can stay in that energy of being thankful and grateful for where you are, and then it just unfolds not naturally the way that it's meant to for you. You know, that's kind of like that saying, I'm just happy to be alive, living life, you know. And I know that sounds so simple, especially when you have a lot of anxieties around that, but you know, this is Spirit's representation of how to get past that, is to stay focused on being thankful and grateful for wherever you are, to pull yourself away from this mental chaos, you know. So you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this is something that is, yeah, one of the reasons it's putting a lot of pressure on you is because it's something that's so valuable to you, something that either you've worked really hard on, or something that you've wanted for a long time, or, you know, want to stay committed to whatever this is. Work something out here so that you can have a solid foundation, a solid understanding, have what it is that you want ultimately. You have a Queen of Swords. You don't want to make in reverse. You don't want to make the wrong decision here. You don't know exactly what the truth is, and you don't have a plan moving forward, like I said. So being worried about what the future is going to hold here. What if you make the wrong decision? What if it doesn't go right? There's so many kind of this what if stuff that's coming into play. And what I'm seeing here, as far as really what you want, is to work something out, because something means something to you. Whether that's a relationship, a career, opportunity, experience, whatever this is, it means something to you. You see it as something that could be or is valuable, and you don't want to not take that offer or not go in that direction, and it's what you've wanted. But then you also have fear, you know, it's like fear of having what it is that you want, in a way, and experiencing a whole new, you know, all the new conflicts that come from that, now getting what you want, and how to move forward from there. Okay, so let's see the advice of this, Spirit. Give me a way of the Nine of Swords, please, to help the viewer. The Three of Sky. This is the Three of Swords. They're saying stop focusing on the pain. Stop focusing on what's going to happen if it doesn't work out. Stop focusing on that betrayal, you know, or stop focusing on how much it hurts, or how much it's going to hurt if it doesn't go the right way. You know, they're saying stop focusing on that, because it's putting you into anxiety. That's where the anxiety is coming from. Now, there's a difference in that obviously coming up in mentally and needing to address it, that there could be this Three of Swords, this pain, heartbreak, separation, whatever this is, could occur. But I mean, that's a natural thing. They're just saying don't stay fixated on that, because when you're fixated on that thing, that's when the Nine of Swords occurs. That's when you have sleepless nights, you have bad dreams, you think about it, and all different kinds of ways it consumes your energy. Like, what if it goes this way? What if it goes that way? What if this happens? What if that happens? Tell me about the Five of Swords. Yeah, the Lovers in reverse. For some of you, this is a relationship here that you're conflicted about. Could be closing a relationship, could be choosing someone, or not choosing someone. I mean, to me, this is a choice in what it is, that something to do with what you would want, or what you... So I feel most of all, you don't want to make the wrong decision. Some of you could be setting yourselves free from a relationship, or a betrayal, you know, there being some kind of betrayal around a relationship that's causing some sort of anxious energy. This could even look in the way of you wanting, in career-wise, you know, or even in your life, you wanting to pursue or do something here that means something valuable to you, but there may be someone else that doesn't agree, doesn't see it, sees it as a betrayal. You know, you're betraying me by moving. You know what I mean? You're betraying me by leaving, or you're betraying me by not being my partner here in this, or, you know, I mean, hell, it can look even in the way of a co-worker that's just developed a good relationship with you, and you're one of the reasons they like going to work, and you're going to a different job, you know, and they're like, man, don't leave me here. It's, you know, who knows what this could be, but there's something here you're facing that you want. And, I mean, this is like spirit trying to stop you from self-sabotaging this, you know. So tell me about the Three of Earth. Overthinking. Stop overthinking. Good kitty. This is Judgment in reverse. So I think some of you are afraid of judgment from others if you commit, or if you work on this, if you move towards this. You're afraid of what others will think or how others will see this. There's an influence of that here. And also making the wrong decision. And if you can make something, if something's going to go well for you, you know, how's it going to look if this doesn't go right? It's going to be 10 times worse. Or what are other people going to think if I commit to this? Especially if for some of you there's some kind of betrayal here in a relationship, or heartbreak or pain, and you may be facing what other people's backlash is on this if you choose to work on this or commit to this, and this may be part of it. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. King of Wands, Aries energy. Scorpio's here as well, Gemini, and Libra. So this is what direction you want to take. And there is most definitely someone or something here that you feel very driven to move in. You feel very confident with you being able to gain something good here, something valuable, no matter what. I mean, the King of Wands is someone that wants to move towards that. I want to do this. This is someone that's determined to have that Ten of Pentacles for themselves. Tell me about the, and this could be someone, you know, here for some of you, this King of Pentacles could be a person, maybe a fire sign, which is Aries. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But there's something here you see as valuable or important, or that you want to move forward with, you feel good about, you want to move forward with. I feel good about the foundation here. Hold on, let me see what this is. Yeah, you have a King of Pentacles here in reverse. So some of you could be choosing between someone with that Lovers being there in reverse. Making the wrong choice could be part of this. Anxiety. The King of Pentacles in reverse. That can be someone that doesn't know if someone will be loyal, or not being completely honest in a situation as well. Not being honest to someone or something in a situation. Tell me about that Queen of Swords, please. Ten of Fire in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. There's a significant or rapid change. I mean, this is releasing a burden here. There's something here you're letting go of in some new direction that you're taking. There's anxieties behind that. There's some fears behind that. There's some lack of being able to see the direction, even though you know what's in front of you and you know that it's something that's valuable and you don't want to let go of or release. But there's maybe some possibly outside influences, some judgment around that in some kind of way. I think that you're wanting to commit to something. You're wanting to move forward. And I think that you're sitting in a position where you just don't know if you want to take responsibility for what if I make the wrong decision. You know that this is on you. Like, you know that, and that's part of the anxiety, is that you know that this is important to you. And some of you, this has to do with, I've been through that Three of Swords, and I've had the sleepless nights, and I don't want to relive that situation again. But then in the same sense, I feel very confident about the direction that I'm taking here. Spirit's down here trying to tell you that there could be some kind of reconciliation here as well. But there's something to do with don't break your own heart, as in putting things out there on the table that haven't even happened yet or occurred yet. You know what I mean? Or beating yourself up for what other people's opinions or what they expect out of you is. It's saying you're causing the chaos before the chaos is even caused. Like you don't even know what's going to happen yet moving forward. And this brings me back to this gratitude here. Just being thankful that you have this opportunity here in front of you, not knowing how it's going to go. Being true to yourself, authentic, is something that's here, because that's the only way that we can really allow things to come in that are for our highest good if we don't know what that is. Yeah. There may be a dishonesty here in some way, or some sort, not for everybody, but there's some sort of not being honest about a commitment in some sense that you need to release. That it's hindering you, or it's just lingering in the background when it comes to making decisions for yourself. Huh. Okay. Give me one more for the Ten of Wands. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, there it is, right there. Look at that. You can't get any more. Very clear there, Spirit. So this Ten of Wands is, I need to have this change. I need to let this go. I need to let this burden go. I need to let this, whatever happened, go. Just move on from that. Cut that out of my life and just move on from that, whatever that is. In order to have this new beginning, you have an Ace of Pentacles here. And then you have the Two of Swords in reverse. So there's that indecisive kind of energy. So some of you have this opportunity here to grow something, to make something, to do something, to build something, okay? Something that you can't decide if you want to commit to this or not. You're still kind of sitting in that place, but you feel driven to do it. You feel like it's important. And it's almost like you're wanting to release the burden of carrying around the guilt from making a decision. So that's what's keeping you stuck. For some of you, you may actually decide to, everybody's going to decide something different here. How do you get out of that guilty feeling? Again, gratitude. Gratitude. I'm just thankful for the experience. I'm just thankful I had that opportunity. There we go. Cutting me off. Someone, for some of you, you may feel like someone is going to cut you off here if you move in this direction, this Ace of Pentacles. That's why you can't decide. You may not want things to change with that person. What advice do you have here for the viewer with this moving forward? Nine of Fire. Nine of Wands in reverse. Quit fighting so much. And saying stop creating so many things. See, it's just like this Nine of Swords here. That cat is literally like creating some kind of things. It's like getting in the car and going on a road trip and you're like freaking excited about it, right? Like, yeah, I'm so super stoked about going on this road trip. I can't wait to get there. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna do this and that, or we may do something just spontaneous, And you get in your car and you start to go, and someone's next to you and they're going, now, did you check your tire pressure? Did you check to just make sure that your car is running smoothly? We don't want something to happen. Can you imagine if something happened? What if that happened? What if that happened? What if that happened and then this happened because that happened and this happened because that happened and it ruins our trip and then this and that? And you're going, well, thanks. I was pumped, and now I don't even want to go anymore. This is self-sabotage, guys. This is like what you're doing to yourself. That person that's sitting in that car is you. And it's saying, quit. Stop it. Stop doing that. It's saying to whenever you feel that, whenever you feel like you're moving into that place, think about how you're making things way more harder on yourself. It's like one of those, it's one of those things where we resist so much in our lives, you know. Sometimes when we feel a certain way, especially with this King of Fire here, and we feel driven to move in a direction, it's because there's something there that we're needing to learn, you know. It's the most important thing, and that's hard. But there's something there that we're needing to pursue or move in order for our soul's growth. And that's the reason for it. We just get in our heads about it. And some things are some lessons we're meant to be learning. And, you know, Spirit will cause things in our life, tower moments, that will help us to wake up to those. So maybe that was a warning that could be something that happens here. Like, wake up to the fact that you maybe just in a self-sabotaging energy, and to remove yourself from that when you feel like you're getting into that. Quit fighting so much. Tell me more. Advice. Whoa. Okay. We have an 8 of Earth. Yeah, work on this. This is a work in progress. And that's the thing, you know, it's not like I do this, guys. I constantly have to tell myself, stop thinking about that. It's not helping you. Is that thought useful? You know, something I ask myself all the time. Is that thought useful? You know, let me tell you a story. I had to pick up my son from a football game, which is right down the road from us. And I had texted him, you know, at like 7:30, and didn't respond. He's 15, by the way. He didn't respond. So I was like, well, he's probably just hanging out with his friends. He's busy. I know other people at the game. So, and then he called me and he said, hey, can you come pick me up? It was about maybe 40 minutes later. And I was like, yeah, I'll come pick you up. Do you want to meet me at the same place you always come out at? And he's like, yeah, I'll be right there. So I get in my car, head down there. He's not there. I look around. He's not there. I go around the school several times. I try calling this kid a couple of times. He's not answering his phone, and then he finally does. And by the point he answers his phone, I am completely pissed off, right? And turns out he wasn't where he said he couldn't remember. He thought he picked me up from there last time, but he had picked me up from a different place. Anyways, he's a teenager. No offense. He's 15, so, and he just forgets things. I remember being like that. But the point is that this whole entire time in my head, I have all these like worst case scenarios going on, you know, and I'm just like, I can't stop it. It's like a runaway train. So by the time I do see him, I'm way more pissed off than I was originally, right? So this is kind of what I'm talking about here. This is kind of where you're going, and they're saying just when that starts to get there, when you start to feel that, it's saying to take a deep breath. Think about logically, because if you're in that state of mind, it's not helping you, it's hurting you. And this 8 of Pentacles is about, first off, continuing to remind yourself of that, continuing to have that self-awareness, and to work on yourself. Some of this is staying focused on what it is that you're working on. Can also help here. There's the Tower. Figured we were going to see it. I just got done talking about Tower moment. So you have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, yeah, and the Tower in reverse. You're trying to avoid a disaster. And they're like, yeah, we get it. You're trying to avoid a disaster. Yeah, obviously. And that's good. But don't do it as far as your own destruction, you know? This may be about, you're just afraid to make the wrong decision. You're also, they're saying, don't make a, what's the word? Crap. What's the word? It's right there in my head. I just can't get it to my mouth. Don't make any hasty decisions. I literally couldn't say that. Wow, that's weird. Don't make any hasty decisions, okay? They're saying to think about this. Spend some time here, 8 of Pentacles. Spend some time thinking about it, working on it. You have time. don't make any kind of hasty decision. Don't go into anything too quickly here. That's the way to avoid a disaster, because at the end of it, you can look back and think, you know, I didn't make any hasty decisions. I really thought that through. So if it didn't work out, it didn't work out because it just wasn't meant to work out. It doesn't have anything to do with how me rushing into anything, you know. Give me some more. That's Scorpio energy there with the Tower. Yep, boss. So you have, yeah, look at that. So this is the card that's called Grace, and it is the Temperance, which, did I mention that up there? Maybe I didn't. Did I mention that up there? I feel like I did. Temperance energy. Did I call that Temperance? The star, number 17. It's Aquarius energy. I don't know. Anyway, there's a rainbow here, and I know I mentioned rainbows here. So that could be a sign for some of you. But do you remember what I talked about the water and the flow and the wave picking you up? You just have to create your own pace. Look at that. The cat has its little walkway there through the wave. So that's part of it. You just have to create your own little direction of where you're going. It doesn't matter what the rapids are here. You just keep going straight forward. Just keep swimming Dory in my head. And I see that here too. It's just keep on working on it. Keep on going. You know, don't get into anything too quickly. You know, don't overthink anything. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just keep going with what you're doing and just kind of see how it unfolds. That's the only way that you can really understand how to bring, you know, this dreamy energy of what this like extreme is of how great this could go versus the extreme of how not good it can go, and find the balance between the two of those and ground it so that you can walk through that wave. Yeah. Give me one more. Look, there's a little rainbow on the rainbow. Do y'all see that? Can y'all see that? That's pretty awesome. I have a sun catcher that's right, you know, next to my window, that's right next to me, and it's right there on this card. That's so awesome. Can I have a card here, please, for Temperance? Yeah, the Three of Fire. Yeah, this is what you've been waiting for. This is also like a pause, you know. Take a minute to find your balance. Take a minute to catch your balance. Just a second, and just take a second to yourself. You have a Ace of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is about a relationship and being unsure if you should take a relationship or not, or move in that direction or not. This could be something that, yeah, this could be someone that you're coming out of the cold here with, or that you've been isolated from in some kind of way, or you don't want to be. You're trying to figure out what the most important thing is for you and to you, and versus what everybody else's opinions or what's important to everyone else. And that's just, it's so hard, you know, to do that. But for some of you, this is about not wanting something to, not knowing how a cycle is going to begin or take place, or not wanting something to end. And this is so important here as the bottom of the deck energy, because the World is the ending. The Ace is the beginning. In the middle, you have that Five of Pentacles. So it's like being afraid of being left out, or being afraid of leaving others out. It is something that's significant, and that's what's causing all this. Let's get some more advice cards here. Okay. Can I have some overall advice, some more overall advice here? Anything that I'm missing or you want to tell the viewer about this? Awakening. I love it when the cards pop out in that way. We have a realization, a shift, or a discovery. So there's shifting energies here. What else? This is a message card here, guys. I always have faith in us no matter what happens. This is that Yeah, this is that energy. Having faith in the situation and how it's shifting no matter what happens. Not knowing, but being okay with that is where they're wanting you to be at, you know. Because I feel like for some of you, like the great big love, the bigger view of what's going to transpire here is something way far beyond what you can imagine or even put together at this point. So they're saying, we have a lot in store for you here, but you have to be open to it. You know, you have to keep moving. You have to go through the wave of what's here. Healing. Yeah, this is about healing a situation, I feel, for a lot of you. And what now your boundaries are and moving forward and not getting in your head so much about any of that. I'm actually going to get a postcard from Spirit. Y'all know I love these cards. They're also pointing me to something else. I'm going to grab one of those as well. Okay, so these are actually the Awaken Oracles here. And we may read a little from the book with that. So for advice, guys, because we're looking at someone that, like you, making a decision here. So the Oracle of the Awakening, advice, please, for the viewer. Overall energy and advice for the viewer. Look at that. That is so awesome. I love these synchronicities, guys. If y'all can't see that, well, let me just point that out to you. You have the heart, and the heart. Unconditional divine love. That's this great big heart here. Unconditional love. Healing. Unconditional divine love. A relationship or something that's here that you are waking up to or you're shifting, where you have faith in this situation no matter what happens, because you feel like you're meant to be moving in this direction, or you're just meant to be in this place right now. This overall energy of that. Unconditional love for a situation. Awesome. That's why I felt the need to pull one of those. Actually, let's read that real quick. Unconditional divine love. This is like, you know, I'm going to love you no matter what happens kind of energy that's here. This is like when you're just happy for someone as well. Like when you reach that point where you can just be happy for someone or something like that, where you can heal, you know what I mean? This card is asking you to access your own unconditional self-love. That can be that too. And this is what we talked about here with not being so much concerned or worried about abandoning anything else, but just being in that place. And we receive it from our universe and our earth. When you have earth magic there, it exists in each in each breath and deep of water. Gosh, I can't read. What the heck? Spirit, help me out. We receive it from the universe and our earth. It exists in each breath and drop of water. This card is asking you to access your own unconditional self-love. The ability to love oneself may be simple for some and quite difficult for others, depending on your beliefs that you hold of yourself. But I promise you that it is in you, and you are worthy of every infinite drop. It doesn't have to be complex exercise. Start simple. Begin by exploring your heart space. Imagine a pink bubble of light glowing from the heart and completely surrounding your body. You've done it. This card may be asking you to find unconditional love for another person, a group, or a situation. This is not to say that you have allowed yourself to be mistreated in any way. When you can have unconditional love for others, it allows for compassion and non-judgment. This is frequency that promotes the opportunity for understanding and hopefully healing. The affirmation says, I live my life in loving service, become wiser in the perfection of divine truth, become happier in the joy of unconditional love. That is exactly this reading. And something I missed too here from that card is this Judgment in reverse with that Three of Pentacles. And it says not to be judgmental, you know, but that's not unconditional love, is judgment on others in that way. This is like a relationship or something here that even within yourself, you know, not judging yourself. I think that that's where it starts. Can I have an overall card to close with, please, Spirit, for the viewer? You are pure joy. Okay, sorry guys, I get kind of nerdy with some of these cards, and the synchronicities and stuff too. Dear you, now is one of those times that you've been asking to add some distance, take a step back, and do nothing but observe. That's what they're asking of you here, guys, with Temperance and the Three of Wands. This is about distance and taking a step back. I forgot to mention this up here, I think, about taking a step back. They're kind of pulling me back in. I think it's important for you to take a step back in order to find your balance. Okay. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know that it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for your highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more natural and non-judgmental place. That is so awesome. We know that you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say, now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Stay back. You'll be glad that you did. Yeah, guys, that's just beautiful. I'm sorry. That's awesome. That is just so, I love these cards, and this just like completely sums up this whole entire reading. And it's crazy that non-judgmental comes in there as well. But that is talking about what it says here, taking a step back, making that plan just to stay focused on yourself here, what's important to you, and don't be judgmental here in anyone else and what they're choosing or what they're doing around you, but being in just kind of taking that road. Spirit's kind of laying this road here for you, this path here for you, and they're saying just stay on it, just stay on the path. And it's important here too, I feel it, because it says, you know, don't get too close to the fray, which is all this chaotic energy that we saw before. Awesome, guys. I like this reading. I may do these more often, but I'm going to post one. I'm going to work on one here in a minute. I probably won't have it up till the next day whenever this goes out, but these are timeless, so whoever's drawn to it or needs to hear it. And we got that Scorpio energy in the bowl, so there's that transformation that's taking place here, the shifting energy, awakened energy here that's taking place. You also have the Pegasus here, which always reminds me of Aquarius energy because it's about being unconventional and, you know, moving towards your goals of your values and what you're loyal to, being independent, you know, within yourself, which is something else that we talked about here, and, you know, being honest with yourself, I think, is something that's also really important. We have a strawberry here, so don't forget to enjoy, you know, where you are. Like we talked about, you've wanted this and here you are. It's right in front of you. You're living it now. Don't forget to enjoy it. And stay away from this. And I just got a really funny message. You know, it's not good for you mentally. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your body when we are anxious or we have anxieties or fears or we're in that state of mind. We're not taking the best care of ourselves because we're not able to. We're draining our energy, you know, we're draining ourselves. And, you know, if anything, think about that when you get into that place and not be so hard on yourself because of that. You have the half of a heart here, which I'm not surprised because you have all this. Now, guys, this is a side message here. I actually found this when my old house, I was just going through some stuff, and I was just going through some heartbreak. And I walked a lot. And I was walking and I looked down right when I was, you know, kind of asking for Spirit's guidance in a way. And I looked down and I saw this rock and it looked just like half of a heart. And it reminded me that everything is just temporary. Even heartbreak, no matter how deep and how long it is, throughout your whole entire life, it is something that's just temporary. So what you're experiencing in this moment will shift just like it's shifted into this. And, you know, you'll heal from it. It will get better. But you have to also be very self-aware at mentally where you are with things as well. You know, you can't just expect it to just get better in things. You have to be in control of your mental space as well, and taking care of yourself. G, N, C, O, and A. There's nothing that you can spell here. So these letters may be relevant to you in some kind of way, but you can do it. There you go. Go. Well, what's wrong with me? I can spell 2 words. You can go. You can go. There you go. If somebody needed to hear that, yes, you can go. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see it, and I'm gonna leave it here. So thanks, guys, for being here. I definitely hope that this reading helps you, whoever needs to hear it. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness and all the donations and super chats and tips and everything from you guys. The personal readings. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I wouldn't continue to do this and be here if it wasn't for y'all. So I appreciate all y'all. Sending you some love and light, and I hope to see you soon.